I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire.
Boosh!
I pressed the button first.
From Maine's cold coast to Connecticut pride, Vermont's green hills take it all in stride. Massachusetts traffic we grip and we grind with a Dunkin' iced coffee and no peace of mind. So New England stands up proud. Shouters think we shout it loud. From Fenway chants to Rhode Island tide, New Hampshire's cry, live free or die. So New England with Ian Brownhill.
Good friggin' morning from New England, folks. Welcome back to episode 63 of the So New England podcast. I'm your host, Ian Brownhill, joined by my co-host, Robert Travisano, a.k.a. RJ, a.k.a. Rouge, to our group of friends here. All things life's better in New England. So New England podcast producer, Vinny G, behind the lens with a big smile on his face, as always. We've got another good one for you, folks. A roadie local, which is what we love to do. And just so you guys know, if you are listening in your car, I highly suggest that you turn up the volume when this man is speaking.
Absolutely.
He's going to be doing you wonders. Roj, tell us who we have today.
Here we go. One of our goals here at the So New England podcast is to share amazing, super talented New Englanders with our audience, promoting them and their craft and all they bring to our wonderful region. Because when it comes to New England, there's no short of talent. Our guest today hails from Little Rhodey and has been said by me after listening to his albums, dare I say, the Johnny Cash of our generation.
Ooh, I like that one.
Just a simple singer trying to make sense of things, bringing some old school country sounds to the So New England pod. We welcome Mr. Nick Casey.
How does that feel?
That's crazy.
Is that a good comparison for you?
I've gotten Johnny Cash a lot.
All right. I like that.
I will 100% fight anybody in a food fight. Not a fisticuffs. If they deny it, because I listened to your album today and the other day to get information about you, my boy, it's 100% the truth. I don't care what anyone says. Don't at me.
Nick, thank you so much for jumping on. We were just discussing before we even got going here, as most Rhode Islanders do, we immediately started finding like small connections between where you went to school, where we were raised. But for those who are not familiar, why don't you give us a little intro as to who you are, where you're from, and how you got to where you are today?
Well, again, my name's Nick Casey, and I live in West Greenwich, Rhode Island, grew up there, and that's it. Been in Rhode Island my whole life.
Love it.
Was born a woman and infants. You know. My dad was a Cranston firefighter. My mom's a nurse at all the hospitals. Went to Bishop Hendricken for high school, URI for college.
Nice. Roadie guy through and through.
Through and through.
The guy bleeds 401.
I'm still here. You know.
I feel like you're the only person I actually know from West Greenwich. I feel like so it's kind of like a legend. I don't know if I've ever actually seen people from West Greenwich before. So you're a first.
It feels pretty legendary.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sound pretty legendary. So here's a little fun fact, Nick, and this isn't something that you didn't ask for, and neither did the listeners, but for some really odd reason, because of my TikTok success that I'm fortunate to have, I found myself on Book Talk.
Okay.
And long behold, for whatever reason, I found some indie authors in the romance spicy novel section who were interested in having me on their covers. And now
shocked me too.
Okay. All right. Not that shocking.
You're wrong.
But now that we're here, I'm wondering if we should do a collab, because if people look at me and they hear your voice, I might have a future, because when I actually talk, especially with the New England accent, people get, a little turned off. So I feel like having you, I don't know. Have you ever thought about doing that?
It's been suggested a lot. I studied communications at URI, so I did a lot of radio. But if you want to go on this book thing,
I think that's a journey that we need to go on.
Yeah.
All right. Anyways, that was a complete sidebar conversation
Totally
that no one asked for. Now, I would love to kind of dive into your music career, right? Because that's what landed you here on the couch today. Mm-hmm. So talk to us about your upbringing around music and what kind of got you into the world of thinking, hey, like I would love to be an artist. You obviously play a few instruments, great singer. So let's walk that path together.
Yeah. So I was, as a kid, my mom, she still is a folk singer.
Oh, wonderful.
Rhode Island, Mary Ellen Casey. She has albums out there as well. You can check her out. And
Go mom.
my dad was in a blues band.
Oh man, you were just like born into this.
Born into music. And kind of as time was on, I was a big baseball guy. I know we talked about going to Hendricken, and I didn't play baseball for Hendricken. It didn't work out. But I did discover, good timing too, Bruce Springsteen. He's my guy with the movie coming out.
Oh, nice.
Big time movie coming out. It's going to be so cool.
And he was my first concert, and I just listened to him one day, and I was like, I think I could play the guitar. And at this time, I was playing the trumpet, taking lessons, and doing a lot of jazz music more in middle school and high school. Just, my parents wanted me to get into something, and I picked up my dad's old guitar that was sitting in the computer room and tried to mess around with it, and I've been playing guitar ever since. Taught myself, and then through high school, a friend of mine wanted to, I guess to backtrack, my mom's a big country music fan, and I have an uncle down in Texas who loves Johnny Cash and Waylon Jennings and Willie Nelson, and so it is kind of a strange thing to play country music in New England, but it was the music that I loved, and a friend of mine in high school, Ryan Cox, we're still buddies now, they're close with his family. We did Hendricken used to have this talent show, Battle of the Bands charity thing called Hawkstock, and he asked if I played guitar for him. He sang, I played guitar. He got me to sing a couple songs, and I remember after singing that first song, I was 16. I was like, I'm going to do this for the rest of my life.
Yeah,
so
I love that.
We ran around as a duo for about 3 years. We played like Finn's Harborside, Main Street Coffee, a lot in East Greenwich, actually. Played like Papa's Ice Cream in Warwick before the ice cream rush was there. So we played like 5 o'clock when no one was there. And we played a lot. He went to PC, so we played some of their events, and then our lives just kind of got busy. So I started doing solo stuff and got a band together, and just been pushing music for the past 12 years.
That's so cool. And what is the name of your band?
It's Nick Casey and the whole damn band.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
Straightforward. Very Rhode Island.
Yeah,
It kind of has
right.
like a Rhode Island ring to it. Nick Casey and the whole damn band.
Yeah.
What else do you want?
That's awesome.
So you would categorize yourself as a country music artist then?
Yeah, I would. A lot of old school, that's just kind of coincidentally the bio I put together. But, we do a lot of that Johnny Cash, kind of the stuff that's not really on the radio. But we, someone actually kind of got it right a few months ago at a show. He's like, you're kind of like a country rock band, because a lot of my guys love rock music. So, kind of a healthy mix of both, but primarily country music.
Yeah, and I feel like rock really kind of gets the entire band going,
Yeah.
versus like country kind of has like its stars that are kind of like in the forefront who, the singers, and especially if the singer can, also play an instrument, and
Yeah.
everyone else kind of falls. But I feel like with rock, it's like it lets the guitarist do his thing, the bass,
Right.
My oldest brother, Patrick, is actually like a music and sound engineer, and he went to Full Sail, played guitar, went to Berklee College of Music. So like, I feel like I've been kind of around that. He had like a cover band for a while. So I've been listening to that kind of music for a while. So I can see why a lot of them are like, let's cover some rock too.
Yeah. No, it's fun. And, people always say, they're like, your acoustic shows are fun, but like a band show is like Nick Casey on steroids.
Yeah.
That's the slogan, I guess.
That's awesome. Now, you had mentioned when you were giving an introduction to yourself that you were self-taught. So does that go for everything across the board? Are you still just kind of learning everything on your own, or do you have like a vocal coach? Do you have like any guitar coaches or anything like that?
No, just, YouTube and chord charts for guitar. And my mom will always tell me that she knew I could sing from a young age. And, I did the choir in school and everything, but I would just really sing along to the radio. And it was just that one, my one friend Ryan, who was like, you should try singing. And so, I've never had any lessons. I think down the road, maybe I would, like to give it a shot just to, see if there's things I can better improve. But,
Just a natural talent.
Yeah,
I
but for
guess.
your style, like I said, when I was listening to your album, I could feel it. And that to me
Cool.
is what, like, we talked about it a few times, because I've never been a music guy. Like, he's really good at, like, you listen to one song and he'll repeat it back. Like, you play it again, he knows all the lyrics, all that stuff.
ADHD, baby.
It takes me forever, and I have to listen to the song a bazillion times. Don't know who wrote it. None of that stuff. Like very rarely do I know songs like that. But over the last like 2 or 3 years, I've been really getting into songs that I can feel as soft and delicate as that may sound.
Are you trying to do Nick's voice right now? Is that what that was?
Did I hit it? Did I do it? No. But I felt that like when I was listening to your music, it was a mixture of your acoustics, but at the same time the lyrics. Because lyrics could ruin a song.
Yeah.
But yours is a great mesh, man. I'm a big fan.
Are you? So you write your own original pieces?
Yeah.
Amazing. So this is going to be, I would love to kind of experience this because you're not the first musician that we've had on, but I feel like the wonderful thing about art, right, is that it's subjective, right? Because we had an artist in here who has gone through all of the schooling, all of the training, all of the things. And that's one perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And myself as an actor, like I have a lot of friends who went through all of that. Whereas I'm kind of just like, I'm winging it, man. Like I don't feel like I'm coachable because I can't get too much shit in my head because it just messes me up. I've tried classes. I'm just like, now I have too many ideas in my head. I'd rather be me. And it seems like maybe we're in a similar boat, if I may. So my next question is, walk me through the process of like writing an original piece, how you come up to like the mic, like your preparation as an artist when you have just been figuring it out on your own all along. What does that look like and what does that feel like?
As in preparation, you mean like for a show or just like?
Yeah, I mean all of it, like start to finish. So like, let's say, let's take it back. If you're going to be writing your own original song, where does your inspiration come from and how do you start the melodies? Because I've always felt like there's only so many strings to play. How is there so many new songs all the time?
I feel like for me, it's always changing. Like, I don't think there's necessarily one process to do it. Recently, a lot while I'm driving, I can, voice note into my phone if a melody or a lyric comes to mind. But I keep a lot of titles in my phone, things that people say or, things that I've thought of. And I'll just try to, take a time to, after work or something to try and write a song or, be like, oh, this is a good idea. Let me mess around with this. And some songs I feel like, you get like, struck with inspiration. You're like, oh, I got to write this right now. So I've written songs, in 15 minutes, and some songs I've worked on for months.
Right.
Just not be able to get it. I don't know if there's necessarily one process, but I guess the biggest way that I seem to do it is just mess around the guitar and, something new, here's new for me. And then I'll, maybe a lyric will come out and be like, oh, this could go good with this idea. And then, just kind of piece it together from there.
And when you're making a song, is it usually start to finish? Do you start like, again, I don't know all of the terminology. So like if like there's a bridge or if there's a chorus, like how do you structure it the same every time where you're like, this particular word has triggered this and then you create, this is like a good chorus. How do I get here and how do I finish it? Or is it like, this is how I want to start the song. Where do I go from here?
I think it just depends on what you're saying. Like if I, I'll get a chorus or I'll get a couple of verses, maybe I'll be like, I think that's all I can say about that. Like I've had songs that I'm like, I don't know how to end this. And I'll show it to a friend of mine and he'll be like, this is done. Like you have a whole song. I'm like, oh, okay. That's it. But like, I guess a good example is a song. I don't know if you heard it, The Adventures of Johnny Two Time. It's on our new album. And, that was a song I had the idea forever, the title. And just one day I was working, I was just thinking about my experience as an artist, just crazy things that I've seen happen at shows or, just, stuff that I say is unbelievable. And all of a sudden I just got the idea of like 3 of the verses and I wrote it down on my phone. And then I got home and I had the idea of saying like, there's only one man named Johnny Two Time. And I was like, oh, it'd be cool if we did like 3, 4, 5, 6, all the different numbers sequentially. And so that was kind of more of like banging my head on the wall, but like, how do I get this out? So it kind of depends on, I have a harder time writing like fun songs, something that feels deeply personal or something I'm just trying to get off my brain. Like those songs seem to come pretty easy.
And would you say that you kind of lean into that more? Like you prefer something that has a bit more grit and feel and maybe like sadness? I mean, I don't know what the correct terminology would be, but like, some people enjoy very upbeat, very like dance inducing type of lyrics. And some people are like, I think of someone like Zach Bryan.
Right.
You know what I mean? Great melody and stuff like that. And sometimes you can really get going into songs, but most of them are like, you just feel like you're listening to a story versus like a Luke Combs where it's like, you're listening to a story, but that thing's like banging and you're like, you can be rocking your head to it.
I would love to write some more like headbanging songs.
Yeah. Okay.
Just to have something more fun. I think sometimes, just writing it with me and a guitar just by myself, like comes out more personal, no one's around to judge how the song comes out. So, they tend to be a little more slower paced or, sadder, I guess. But sometimes when it's done, I'll send it to like my band or my guitar player specifically. And, he'll be like, oh, you should play like this or change this here. And, we'll make it more a little bit tempo.
Nice little collaborative effort.
Yeah.
That's great. Now, when it comes to like your band, I know you do some covers or a majority of covers before you do originals. What do you guys typically cover?
Oh, let's see. Cocaine Blues, Johnny Cash. That's always a favorite of ours. We do like House of the Rising Sun, David Allan Coe. I mean, if I can name spots like Moonshine Alley down the road, we'll play like the Morgan Wallen and the Zach Bryan. And,
yeah. Do you enjoy that?
Not really. I mean, I don't know.
Would you rather play your own originals or is there like would you rather cover someone or something specific?
I'd rather just cover something that we all enjoy playing. You know, I feel like that shows, like we've always said, like if it looks like we're having fun, people are going to have fun. And so you got to kind of fake it when you're doing a Morgan Wallen song or something. But, I feel like I like to showcase the band a lot. They're super talented. So I'd rather just have my guitar player shred and
hell yeah,
I run around the stage for a minute. But, but at the same time, if you do like, we always do Chicken Fried and people go crazy. Then basically they're all in a happy mood and then you can play whatever song you want next as long as it's up tempo,
And do you change your set list depending on where you are? Like if you're playing a Chicken Fried, it's like hitting you like, all right, shit, long live Cowgirls. Here we go. Like, and then, next thing you know, Beer Never Broke My Heart. But it's like, if you're in a spot where people are kind of like just drinking and hanging at a table, is that when you break out like, something a little more somber or?
Yeah, we have
Refrigerator Door from Luke Combs. Something.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, I love that song. That was one of my favorite of his.
It depends. We started making just like a pretty general set list that we'll play at every show just because we've been working a lot on not stopping in between songs, just going one after the other, no downtime. So
that sounds smart, not exhausting at all.
Yeah, not exhausting at all. And but if we could tell like the crowd is, let's just say they don't react to like Tennessee whiskey. It's not the night for anything. So we just
I would
play
pack
whatever.
up and leave. If people don't respond to that, then leave. That's ridiculous.
All right, you guys suck them out of here.
Especially you singing that song. I might ask that for a personal request right now. That's smooth, man. I like that song. Anyways,
but it depends where we are. It's overplayed. But when we go up to Boston, we'll do Sweet Caroline.
Of course,
Soxy, and they go crazy.
I know.
My guitar player, he loves all of those tricks, just feeling like a rock star. And it's like, we didn't write, everyone else plays this song. Like we're not anyone right now, but he loves it. If that song fails, then it's like, oh my God, like, I don't know what to play.
Yeah. Give me the fuck
You're in
out
a
of here.
fucking nightmare.
If that fails, then I would probably suggest that you get out of there.
What would you say was the hardest thing to learn growing up?
Probably learning how to like use, save, or spend money.
You legit worked in banking, did you not?
You're welcome.
Are you still with Dime Bank or are you too Hollywood now?
Okay, rude, but yes, I am.
Imagine your followers finding out you're with a Connecticut-based bank.
Okay, first of all, they have a branch in Wesley, Rhode Island, which is where we grew up. So really that's brownie points because I'm sticking to my roots. Second, I think everyone would appreciate that I'm with a bank that knows and understands their community. Their tagline is legit, community banking lives here.
Hey, I'm not asking you to sell me on it. I've been banking with them for years, and they know me on a first-name basis. I'm just saying I'm surprised is all. I can see the headlines now. Mr. Anti-Connecticut actually banks with local community bank?
Okay, you know what? Follow along with me here. They're FDIC insured, Equal housing lenders, wicked friendly. They take care of all my personal needs, have expansive products to help all my businesses, offer lending across the board, merchant services. What more could I possibly want or need? And you know that I secretly like Connecticut, so.
Oh, I hope you heard that, folks. Dime Bank is the reason Ian loves Connecticut.
Okay, you're ridiculous. Funny story, though. You know how they have like the mobile app with like banking, Lifesaver, you can do all the deposits. Have you tried to teach your mom how to do the mobile deposit
No.
yet? I was teaching my mom how to do it, and she takes a selfie instead of the check. Visit dimebank.com to learn more. Now, when you are necessarily performing or you're writing or you're playing any of your music, who is it that you lean into? Like, who's your inspiration? Who's like, give me like your top 3 artists.
Ooh, top 3. Bruce Springsteen, number 1. And I feel like recently, I've always said Johnny Cash, but I like Waylon Jennings a lot.
Oh, yeah, that's a good one.
And I guess more modern, probably Tyler Childers.
Oh my God.
Yeah. I
So
saw him in Mansfield.
Oh, how was that good?
It was so fun.
I have a little hot take gripe here. Okay.
All right.
So because I'm very fortunate again to be in the position I'm in, I get invited to all of these concerts at Gillette.
Mhm.
And Gillette, I love you. Thank you so much for having me. But outdoor venues are really difficult
Yeah.
because the sound just gets lost.
hmm
And I've just recently been going to a lot of concerts. I've been on like a concert kick,
Yeah.
and there's just something to be said about a nice indoor acoustic spot.
Yeah.
It just really makes you feel
Yeah.
the music a lot different. I went and saw Creed as well over here at Amica, and I had to put earplugs in because it was so loud that I was like, my tinnitus was just really, I was ringing for 3 days after that, but I don't know where I was going with that. Oh, you saw Tyler Childers. Great.
Tyler Childers.
So that would be your top 3.
Those would be my top 3.
At least
Venue-wise,
right now.
yeah, right now. I think TD Garden Max for like, I like Gillette, but like, I can't handle that crowd anymore.
Yeah, it's a
you
lot.
know?
It's a lot. It's a lot. And it's a shame too, because there's so many good artists, and it's just
Right.
like the sound, unfortunately, gets lost.
Yeah.
And TD Garden, I saw Dermont Kennedy over there. He was really good. That was great. Again, the acoustics in TD Garden are definitely a little bit better than Amica,
Mm.
unfortunately. I think it's because it's so small and the speakers were designed for a much bigger stadium. So it was really, but
Yeah.
all right. So those would be the 3 people that you would say would inspire you the most. So let me ask you this, with your career, is there a particular like dream or goal that you have? Or is it just like you love playing music, wherever that takes you, it takes you? Because my initial thought is, you're in Little Roadie.
Mm.
That's competitive. That's difficult.
hmm
Not impossible, especially with the talent that you have. But what has stopped you from making the move to Nashville or Texas or California or somewhere where the music scene is really, jumping, for an opportunity for you?
Yeah. I don't think a move to like Nashville is off the table. I think as like when I got out of college, I guess to go back, the end goal, the goal in my head is I would love to play Red Rocks, in
Mhm.
Colorado. That's kind of,
Clip this right now because we're going to play this when you play Red Rocks.
All right.
We're going to have this on the backdrop right there.
I'll invite you, make sure.
It's October, what's today's date? October 21st? October 21st, 2025. Nick Casey wants to play a Red Rock. So play this video right now. I want everyone to get out of your seats and start screaming because he did it. Let's go.
He's fucking here, baby.
Let's go. You can't swear.
He
It's
is
such a-
here, baby.
Okay.
Not fucking here. That's awesome.
But it is, trying to make music the full-time career. That's always been the end goal. And when I was in college, it was like, oh, I'm going to graduate. Well, my mom, she said, you got to go through college first before you can do music. That was the deal we made. And so I graduated and I was like, oh man, I'm going to go to Nashville, right off the rip. And I graduated in 2019. And, that summer I was like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready to go to Nashville right now. And then obviously, COVID in 2020. So that kind of put a lot of momentum for us on the back burner. And then it was kind of not rebuilding, but there were a lot of places I'd never played in New England. So I want to play some of those places. And, there is a lot of opportunity up here to, you can record albums for a fairly decent price as opposed to Nashville. It's a lot more money. So,
Right.
And with streaming and everything, to do it independently is a lot more easier. So I'm not necessarily in a rush to get down there. I think about it a lot. But I went down there in 2023 for half a month just to kind of see what it was like to live there. I lived in my van, slept in a Walmart parking lot.
Hell yeah, man. Rock and roll.
And honestly, by the end of that, I kind of missed sleeping in a van. It was pretty fun. But, and I liked it a lot. And I just felt like I felt like a crowd that I could hang with, I'm a very competitive guy. And I felt like I was like, all right, I can keep up with these people. And I just, I thought about it and then I'm like, I'm not, we were working on another album and then, just shows got so busy. So we're always busy. And I feel like I talk to a lot of artist friends from around here and there is kind of that worry of, you go somewhere outside of the Northeast, it's, starting over, So I guess part of me is worried about, having to start over in like in Nashville or in Texas, but I think, when the time is right, I'll go down there, but I don't mind, trying to run the social medias and keep putting out music up here and hopefully, something grabs.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, social media is such a powerhouse that doesn't really matter where you are. Like it can really change your life overnight. Especially with like the music. Have you found success on social media with music? Would you say? Where there, and I guess success is in the eyes of the beholder, right?
Right.
So I don't mean necessarily with like views and
Yeah.
follows, but more that the feedback that you're getting from strangers is that they enjoy what you're doing.
Yeah. I feel like our, my second album, When I'm Alone, which was very much an acoustic album, kind of that sad song, storytelling kind of stuff. Regionally that did pretty well. And I feel like it kind of put us on the map around here. I was lucky enough to win Male Performer of the Year at the New England Music Awards in 2023. So
hell yeah,
that was a good year. And, that album did a lot just for, people around this area coming to see us.
yeah.
But, I feel like this is the last album we tried to put out songs that people have reacted to at our shows, oh, you should record this one or record this one. So, I feel like we've had some success and I feel like, people show up to shows. So, people I don't know recognize me sometimes. So that's always good too.
Heck yeah. That's so fun. How would you say the New England scene is for music as a whole? Like, is it pretty solid? Like traveling around and where have you, like, what's the furthest place you guys have traveled as a band?
Well, furthest we've gone, this is crazy, was our first two shows were in Indiana. It was so random.
Nice.
So
what the hell is out there?
That's crazy.
There's for the Midwest, is a really popular venue. It's called Duke's Indy in Indianapolis. And we had a kind of a manager promoter we were working with. This was in 2019. I had put a band together to make our first album, not thinking they were going to, just to record an album, not do shows with them or anything. And then this promoter was like, hey, I got you 2 shows in Indiana in June. And I'm like, do I need a band? And they're like, yeah. So basically it was asking these guys, do you want to play my album? And the next day be like, hey, do you want to go to Indiana? So that was the furthest we went. And then we came back. We thought we were the coolest guys ever. We played Dan's place in West Greenwich and we were like, whoa, we're so cool. And no one gave a crap about it that night. But as far as New England, we've gone up to Sugarloaf Mountain up in
nice.
Maine. We've done Saddleback and Rangeley. I guess that's the farthest we've gone.
Sugarloaf's up there though. It's a hike. Have
Right.
you done New Hampshire, Vermont? Have you done all the states?
Yeah, I've done Vermont one time. I played near Okemo in Killington, and we've done Laconia. We're getting in with their like bike week stuff and everything.
Nice.
We've gone up there a couple times. Hampton Beach, Manchester. I got to play in Nashua on Friday, so we do New Hampshire quite a bit. We used to do Maine a lot, but that can be tough because we play in the winter. We could stay up there for cheap, but in the summertime, that's a long haul.
Yeah.
So we don't go up there as much. But we were doing Boston a lot the past couple of years. Loretta's Last Call behind Fenway. I don't know if you've ever been there.
Yeah.
That place is crazy.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Oh, that's great.
We did the Greatest Bar over by TD Garden.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That's a good spot too.
That was interesting. One of the first nights we were there was a Shrek rave upstairs. So,
That's pretty cool.
Freaking Boston.
pretty
man.
wild.
So then overall, you would say that New England's got a pretty good music scene.
Yeah. There's so many bands, so many good country bands. Connecticut, a lot in Boston, a handful of guys that I'm really friendly with in Rhode Island. And, there's so many places to play. And I feel like, not to be negative about it, but, like when we were in Indiana, like those people in the venue were there to watch the show and they were paying attention so much. But like in New England, I feel like there's so many venues, some people take it for granted,
Yeah.
so but we're all, competitive and angry all the time. So, we're fighting for people's attention. So
It's got to be tough.
Yeah, it is an awkward thing now. I feel like
Yeah.
there's just so many, even as you were saying, like you went over to Papa's Ice Cream and stuff. It's like,
yeah,
there's New England and Rhode Island as a whole is because it's a small business. Like they're trying to find ways to bring people in the door.
Yeah.
So they're like, oh, let's have like an artist play in the corner
mhm,
of this like tiny little spot. And it's like, it's great for you guys. It's awesome exposure. It's great for you to get out there and practice and try. But at the same time, like if it's like an active restaurant on a Friday night, like it's kind of hard to get people to, because it's not necessarily like a musically, designed place. So,
right.
you were on the other side of the bar. Someone's probably talking to their friend on a Friday night out. They didn't anticipate going to watch live music
Yeah.
versus like actual menu. So I would imagine that that's a difficult thing to overcome.
It is the worst when it's a show during prime dinner time and you're setting up and someone's like, can we actually move our table away from the
Oh,
band? It's
yeah.
like, oh, sorry.
No, sit right there and enjoy this
Yeah.
and eat your asparagus.
That happened to me once, but we kind of just powered through it because they weren't bad. It was just out of
Yeah.
It was. I mean, it's music, but
Yeah.
it was the place they had no business having. Like it wasn't that kind of spot. They should not have had a band there. But the band was a cover band. They were great. It was
Yeah.
they were good, but just an iPhone would have been just fine. But no offense to that. I don't mean it in any way of the band. It was just the owner should not have done that. They have since closed.
RJ, not your
But-
demographic.
That's all right.
Hey, listen, I'll come out there. We'll get down. I don't give a damn. I'll put them back. What are we drinking these things? I'm just kidding.
So your parents being artists as well, how do
Mhm.
they feel about like where you are with your career and what you've been up to? And also, have you made music with them on an album or made any songs?
So they love it. They love coming to shows. We were a big sports family as well. Like my grandfather, he played for the farm team of the Cardinals back in the 40s. And
Hell yeah.
so
Well,
like,
The Cardinals, but
Yeah.
hell yeah for him career wise, but
yeah.
Patriots
But,
have been
like-
a little more
Yeah.
supportive.
If he
I'm trying to make it.
but if he went to the MLB, like I probably wouldn't be here either, So it
Oh,
worked out.
baseball. My
Yeah,
fault.
baseball.
I'm thinking
Sorry.
football. My
Yeah.
fault. My fault.
I didn't
If-
specify.
If it was the Red Sox, then hell yeah. If it was the Paw Sox, hell yeah.
I can't. I don't know if I
R.I.P.
can
Paul
say this. I can't go to Worcester. I'll say that on the camera. Hot take. I can never step foot in Polar Park.
No.
Anyway,
They want to be us
Sidebar.
so bad. Worcester wants to be Pawtucket so bad.
Oh gosh.
Honestly, interchangeable cities.
I
if
got
I'm being
ran
honest.
through the comments once because I said the woo, and I was talking
Yeah.
about Woburn because I
Yeah.
have a buddy who's from Woburn who does watch the body comments on all the time,
Mhm.
messaging me stuff that we post, and it's great. And I did it specifically for him. I got ran through the comments so bad. How dare you call Woburn the woo? It's Worcester, stupid. So bad,
I didn't know.
but it was great. I loved
Damn.
it. I don't get a lot of attention, but I got that. All right,
That's
no,
pretty good.
no,
Back
no,
to you.
no
Yeah.
Polar Park.
no pull it back.
I guess we're a little distracted here.
Sorry, your parents.
My
They come
parents-
and
Yeah,
support
yeah.
music.
they're super supportive. My mom will text me and she'll be like, "Oh, we can't make this show." I'm like, "Mom, I worked so hard to have like 2 a weekend, so you can pick whatever one you want every month." You know. And they love coming to shows. They love, they love the bigger shows where they get to be on like a guest list or something,
Oh,
but they're super supportive. My dad's always like, "You should be in Nashville." I'm like, "I know, but we'll figure it out,"
there.
But my mom did some harmonies, background vocals on our first album, which was pretty cool.
That's awesome.
My
How
dad
fun.
was in his blues band. He played the trumpet, so he didn't play on my album, but he did play on one of my mom's albums back in 2003. So
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, but yeah, mainly, we have mom come up and do some songs with us, or she's opened a show for us here and there. So, I keep him active in the music world.
Keep them busy.
Awesome.
That's really cool.
So as of right now, this is still like a working passion that you're still trying to really get to the next level. And obviously, I say working passion because it seems like you're incredibly busy and you obviously have found really good success. But I'm sure as an artist, you're like, yeah, I'm just touching the surface here. So do you have a day job as well?
I do. I paint houses.
You paint houses.
And so the company I'm with, I used to be there back in 2022. It's seasonal to extent. In the winter, you can't really paint, So they had winter layoffs. I went to work for a family friend for a couple of years. It was much more flexible. And back in 2022, this company I'm with now, they knew that I played music. And so they asked me if I would come back and work for them this year. And I was like, just so you know, like, music is even more busy than it was back then. So yeah. And I think everyone in the office, all the bosses are slowly realizing how insane it is that, like, I'm going to work 7 to 3:30 and drive to New Hampshire on Friday and come home and, play 2
Hustle.
shows and come back to work on Monday,
Hustling and making it
I was
happen.
going to say, that's the hustle of it,
Yeah.
though, right? It's got to be tough.
Like I always say, I'm not trying to just be someone who plays twice a month at the same place. Like, I'm trying to go all over the place. So, in that regard, it's a grind going everywhere and then working during the week.
Would you say that's probably like the most difficult thing about what you're trying to do right now is the traveling and the hustle and grind aspect of it? Or are there other facets that people don't see that you would say is like, this is the more difficult aspect of it?
I think the grind, trying to, people really need to like get in and ask questions to realize, oh, this is not just you playing for fun. Like, this is a job, and, it's hard for, like, I remember back in August, I was playing just on a road, actually probably the same time that I emailed you guys. I emailed a bar in New Jersey and was like, hey, can I come play here? It was 7 hours away. So I drove 7 hours and 7 hours back. And then,
Same night?
yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. Cause I had to play in Connecticut on Saturday. And then Monday, my boss was like, oh, you're pretty tired. I'm like, yeah, that's because I drove like 700 miles this weekend.
Yeah. That's intense.
But yeah, I think once you get to know, a band or an artist around here that's really trying to do it, like, you realize, oh, this is definitely a grind. That's kind of the tough part, is the grind, just keeping your head down and trying to keep going. But that, and just, you work during the week and then you don't have really any weekends. So
Makes living life also difficult when becomes your only thing in your only life. And I feel like
right.
for an artist perspective, I feel there's so many movies that are made in Hollywood that talk about this exact lifestyle of like being a rock star, being a thing. And it seems that it comes down to the amount of passion and effort that went into it to start, that even when the fame gets there, it's like, you don't know how to turn it off.
Yeah.
It was like, all you do is work. It's like, you don't know how hard I worked to get here.
Yeah.
I can't shut it off. I have to keep going.
Right.
Because it gives you that scarcity mentality. Like, yeah, how many people have made it and they become one-hit wonders because they get there and like, oh, I made it, I can chill.
Right.
And it's like, no, it's the people who keep grinding.
That's a thing too that, I talk to a lot of my friends about, is like, you even if you have like a weekend off or a night off, you're still stressed. Like, oh, I should be making a content for social media. I should be writing a song. Like, you feel like you can't relax at all. And I feel like that's something a lot of people don't understand. And, I know, no offense to anybody, I know there's a difference between someone who just does it as a hobby and someone who really wants to do it. And, it's just, in my brain, I can't shut it off. I'm like, I have to play music. Like, I love it. And I want to just play to as many people as I can,
Love it.
The way you just explain that is like the best way, without like the true definition of it, to define passion. Where like deep down inside, you can't turn it off, but you also know you kind of don't want to.
I couldn't agree more. Seriously, it's a serious grind of what you're doing, and I think some of my intention with my podcast too about having individuals like you is not only to like bring people on and have conversation, but it's to explore the levels of different things that people go through and try to give a light and a voice to something that people can't necessarily comprehend unless it comes from the horse's mouth. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel that a lot of social media and a lot of the television and Hollywood and movies and all that stuff has given a voice to someone who's already there.
Mm-hmm.
And it's really hard to connect with someone who is already, well, your last album made you $50 million. Like, of course, good.
Yeah.
It's like, it's very rare that they give voices to the people who are in the middle of the grind.
Yeah.
And then people want to, say, oh, well, he got lucky, he got this. It's like, well, you're seeing firsthand here, folks, and you're listening to the story as well about the difficulties and the trials and tribulations of working so hard with so much talent and knowing that you can compete with the best of them. But here you are doing trim on a Wednesday afternoon going, God damn it, get me to New Jersey now. But I genuinely, I give you a huge round of applause for your efforts and how far you've come.
I appreciate
Do you
it.
feel accomplished at all?
I do. And you got to take a step back, and I'm sure it's the same with you, but it's like, I've been doing this for 12 years. And it's like, man, like I literally, started at a school talent show, and to think about where we played and, what we've done from then, that's when in my head, I'm like, you know what, like in another 10 years, like, where are we going to be? Like, I'm sure we're going to be wherever we want to
Exactly.
go. So
Hell yeah.
that's kind of,
man.
I'm a pretty positive guy. I
Love
feel
that.
like, this is also for everyone watching and listening. This is my emotion all the time, but I'm really content right now. So, but this is how I talk all the time.
I feel it. I don't feel like I was like, I'm not like, wow, this guy's a dud, huh? He's just like monotone one.
I was going to say,
This is going to be a long episode.
Yell,
No.
Nick. No need to yell.
But yeah, no, I feel like we've done a lot, and I always look forward to what opportunities are coming next, and what we can do next. So
Awesome. And let's just give a little bit of insight to some of your band members too. What are their names? Give a little backstory of those guys, how you got connected. I'd love to see how a band came together.
Yeah.
Because unless Simon Cowell put you guys together and I missed it, but I'd love to see how you guys got connected.
So we're in the middle of a little bit of a transition where this advertisement, I guess, we're looking for a drummer right now. So if anyone has any drummers that are looking to play in a country band, I'll keep you busy.
Is this my moment, guys?
Get after it. Show them.
If you got it.
Not bad, right? Yeah. I hear drums in my head all the time, but I also hear a monkey with a tambourine.
So right now, I guess we're running as a mighty trio. I got my right hand man, my guitar player, Ryan Tremblay. We met him at URI, and
like Ethan Tremblay from Hangover. Sorry, we can cut that.
And he was just a guy. We were pretty friendly. We were in band classes, music classes together, and I was slowly getting him into country music. And around, I think it was 2018, we played our first show. I hit him up. I said, "Hey man, I'm playing the Washington County Fair, and I'm
hell yeah."
That was
that's as country as it gets around here.
That's right. That was bucket list.
When people think that Rhode Island doesn't have redneck, you go down
there.
and go and visit the Washington County Fair. Tell me we don't got country here in Rhode Island.
They only come out for that week too.
Yeah.
Then they disappear.
Then they
That's
go
what I
back
would
in.
say.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I feel like a lot of people missed it, but we are small, but everyone that visits, depending on which way you're going, but everyone always stays on the coastline. We do have a western side of Rhode Island, and it is quite country. There's a lot of trees,
right.
a lot of back roads. There are a lot of farmland. It's actually quite country.
It is. But so I hit him up and I was like, "Would you want to play the show with me?" And he was kind of on the fence, but eventually he said yes. And then we did. We played that show in August of 2018. Then a couple months later, we played Mohegan Sun. They did a battle of the bands. You win $5,000. So
Like School of Rock?
yeah.
Love that. Jack
That's
Black is a
awesome.
man. That's so cool.
So I was like, "Hey man, I entered us in this contest," and we ended up we had a fiddle player at the time, and she left just because she moved out of state and was busy with her career. So, but at the time it was the three of us, and we won. And he was like, "Hey,"
Oh, no way.
That's
like,
so awesome.
That's
yeah.
sick.
He's like, "If you want to keep going, like we need a drummer and a bass player. So we had a drummer, and I knew a drummer, so we added him. And then we took my guitar player's bass player from his rock band that he was in, rock cover band, and been running with the two of them for 6 years. So
that's really cool.
And his name's Jared Canoyer, so I should probably say his name.
Now, this is another question, and you don't have to answer this if you don't want to, but I would love to understand the complexities of having a band.
Oh, it's
because I just feel like, the tabloids always make it seem like one way, but like, give us a real raw insight about like what it's like about dealing with like egos and desires and different dreams. And, maybe some people have families and some people are more in it than others, like what have you?
Yeah.
What is that? What is that like?
It's like babysitting 3 grown men every day.
I know nothing about that.
Cut that right
These
now.
two right here.
Cut it right now.
Here we go.
For sure, dude.
Put the clown emoji over his big head.
I've been so lucky with my guys. We've never really gotten into any little fights or anything. There is that, I guess egos do get in the way. Even there, even just trying to get a response to a text. Hey guys, we got this great show. No one answers. I'm like, I need an answer by tomorrow, please.
Yeah.
That's always been the tough one. But, we've made it work with, my guys, they're older than me. They have wives and kids right now. And so, a lot of times it's kind of, texting their wives, like, can, Jared come play the show, or can Ryan come play the show? Luckily they're all awesome. But it is tough. I think they are in it for the long haul, but it's hard to, I'm always afraid to be like, are you really like in this? Like, I just keep rolling. I'm like, I'll keep giving you good shows, pay you as much as I can, to keep you guys around. So, but that's always the hardest thing, is kind of just, families and whatnot. And it's just something I don't understand right now. I'm just full music, thinking about it all the time right now. But, I will say I love my guitar player, Ryan, dearly, but recording an album with him, like, we'll spend a whole day on one song just because he wants to get it perfect, which I have to respect, because it always does come out super great. But it's like, man, like, the last 20 takes were awesome.
Yeah.
But, again, they work day jobs too. My bass player is a nurse, working 12-hour days, and my guitar player is a teacher. So, they're busy through the week too. So, we might get a little cranky come showtime at 9,
You guys just need a beer and a snack. You'll be all right. I love that, man. That's a really cool story. It's interesting to hear how the band kind of came to fruition and the passions behind it and everyone's skill set. That's really fun.
Mm-hmm.
Now, here's the most important question of the evening.
All right.
What song do you sing in the shower the most?
Oh, man.
What is your karaoke song?
I feel like probably just with the time right now, it's any Bruce Springsteen song with the movie coming out, and I'm in the middle of that book before the movie comes out. So I'm just pretending to be Bruce Springsteen in the shower, honestly.
I love it.
Yeah. When you said that was your first concert, it was also mine. Out of all the music I've ever listened to, like, all his songs come on. And that's one of the few people that, like, when I listen to his stuff, never skip it.
Yeah.
I know all the songs.
Yeah.
Most of the lyrics I can get down to.
Mm-hmm.
So I just finished The Bear.
Oh, yeah,
too.
yeah.
So
yeah.
Jeremy Allen White,
Yep.
was a big fan. And I was like, I cannot believe he's playing Bruce.
Yeah.
So, like, I'm so pumped to go see that movie.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It's going to be sweet. Very pumped. Do you plan on seeing it?
Yeah,
Bruce,
sure. Why not?
Big
Well,
Bruce
you
guy?
go.
Oh, yeah.
What are you doing Sunday? We could all go.
I'm
Oh,
down.
look at us.
I get a large popcorn by myself, so.
I used to work at the movie theater. It was my first job.
There you go.
Really?
It was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
Honestly. It was fun.
We do love a good movie theater popcorn. Let's just put that out there.
So good.
And I am a fan of all the new updates to all these theaters with the comfy seats and the bars and like the more elite food and stuff. I'm like, what took so long? Why was this never done at the, like,
Yeah.
this is exactly how a movie
Right.
for $20 a ticket. This is what I should be experiencing the entire time.
Mhm.
It's like they went from $25 to $25 and nothing changed
Yeah.
except for the scarcity of butter. They were like, you're going to, get a little less. But I like now that they let you do it. They're like, I want diabetes. Let me press this butter button as many times as I can.
Mash that button.
I'm here for the stomach aches.
That's great. I'm pumped.
Let me also like reword that. So that in your shower right now, Bruce Springsteen. But we know that America makes musicians or singers very famous with all these television shows. If you could choose one of the talent show, I guess, whatever, America's Got Talent, American Idol, Britain's Got, I mean, there's so many different ones.
The Voice.
If The Voice, if you could choose one, which one would it be? And two, what song would you sing that you think could get you to whatever the next level is, the golden buzzer?
I'd probably do The Voice. Go for a 4-chair turn,
What song would you sing? And then what artist from the original cast would you choose to go with?
Oh, that was with CeeLo Green.
Yeah, CeeLo Green,
Aguilera.
Christina Aguilera, Blake Shelton, and Adam Levine.
Yeah. That's right.
I feel like the obvious answer is going to be Blake Shelton, but
Blake Shelton would be my pick. I'd probably go Johnny Cash. I feel like Ring of Fire is my go-to karaoke song. You know
what?
Ooh.
Let's do this right now. First time on the pod. RJ, turn around. Turn your head.
Physically?
All right, yeah. We've never seen you before. Start singing right now. Give us your
Looks like
song.
it's singing key. Let's see. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire.
I pressed the button first. Pick me. Listen, I think you should come with me because I one time wore a flannel and a cowboy hat for one of my TikToks. So I know a lot about country music. I think you should come with me.
Here's my reason.
It's like 5
Championship
TikToks,
number 1, championship number 2. They're coffee cups, but they're my championships.
those are your
in real life.
championships.
Like Blake Shelton did.
Let's win our first trophy together. Who do you choose?
I go with you.
Let's go! I told you need a cowboy hat. You don't listen to me.
Son of
You
a
should have gotten
biscuit.
one in Texas. That was a lot of fun.
That was awesome.
Vin is locked into whatever he's doing there because that was a great opportunity for a laugh, and he didn't laugh at once.
He just serenaded us.
You're just like, that was a buzzkill. Anyways,
trying to get the right button.
that was seriously phenomenal.
Thank you for that.
Unbelievable. Thank you very much for singing.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Your turn.
That was awesome.
Let's hear it.
Ole, ole, ole.
Oh, you could have done, I went down, down, down on a burning ring of fire.
You know, I don't know the
Was that
lyrics.
Pretty good.
I sounded like that. People have told me, they saw me, they're like, you look and sound just like Nick Casey. I was like, I know. That's what everyone's been telling me.
Usually he gets Jimmy Neutron or Nick Casey. It's one of the.
You call me Jimmy Neutron, you bastard. It's my hair. Anyways.
You'd have to shave the beard, though, if you wanted to look like Jimmy Neutron.
Yeah, exactly. See, thank
Please
you. I
don't.
have a great manly beard.
You're beautiful.
Were you about to say don't shave your beard, please?
Please don't.
Why? What's wrong with my
I think
clean
it's
shaved face?
luscious and beautiful.
I feel like there is an insult in there. You don't mean
Why
that.
would I say that?
Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the So New England segment. All right, Mr. Nick Casey, my first question for you is, we have 6 beautiful states here in New England, but what I would like you to do is not only rank them based on like what you like, but I would like you to rank them based on where you prefer to play music.
Oh, that changes everything.
All right. I love it. I don't know what the fuck that was with my hands, but
All right.
I think I was trying to do that little thing that everyone's doing now with how they clap their hands like, yeah,
Oh,
queen.
dear Lord.
All right. So are we going bottom to top?
You
Oh,
do
well.
it however you want,
Okay.
pal.
All right. I guess my favorite spot to play probably be Boston, Massachusetts.
it.
It's a hassle to get up there, It is. Some days it's not worth it, but some days, man,
It's
just
the worst
best show.
but Boston's great.
Yeah. So I guess,
Massachusetts number one.
That's a crazy change from what I originally wrote down.
I know. I love that. I love that I've got you on your toes here.
I was writing these down last night. I was like, all right, this is how we're going to do it.
Yeah.
Everyone tries to prepare themselves, and I try and wing it. And then
Let's make
switch
these
up.
questions nice and pretty. We'll send it to
Yeah.
them so they're prepared. And then I'm going to switch it up last minute.
That's just how I like to do
in his
things.
head.
Also, I forget most of the questions that I invented, so
That's all
I
right.
just have to go with it.
We got a lot of fans in Connecticut, actually. And this isn't like way down in Connecticut. This is like
The New England part of Connecticut.
North Stonington, Mystic.
Oh, nice. Right. All right.
It's a
That's
great area.
that's
All great
that's
spots.
New England, that's
Yeah.
New England, Connecticut.
Yeah.
That's Southern Rhode
A lot of good people we play for over there. So I put them number 2. And then
Massachusetts, Connecticut.
That's
Got
the
it.
highest Connecticut's ever been.
Ever.
On anything.
Well, it was dead last. On my
Well, we already knew that. That's why we had to switch it up.
You know, sidebar going back to that show in New Jersey. I was coming home 2 a.m. Dead stop traffic right in the Connecticut line. I was like, this is the worst.
It's like every hour there's something there. That's the thing about Connecticut traffic that drives me nuts. It's like, you know to expect traffic in Boston and in Rhode Island. But if I'm being honest, it moves. It's slow, but it moves. Something about Connecticut traffic is like it's a dead stop. It's the only state I've ever been that, like, when I hit traffic, I am literally can put my car in park for a solid 2-3 minutes before I actually inch a few moments. I don't understand how that, why. Okay. Anyways.
Yeah. Number 3, we're going to go Maine. I do love going to Maine for a show. Feels like vacation, you know,
Vacation land, as they call
That's
it.
right. Vacation land. And, you know, it's just like, you know, you can pack an overnight bag, you know, excuse to stay up there for a couple of days. And all those spots are awesome. All the ski lodges, and we play down near Portland too. And those are all those people are awesome. We have a lot of good folks that come see us there. So we love going up to Maine. Number 4, it's probably New Hampshire. New Hampshire, a little sentimental. It was my first out of state show by myself. So it was Hampton Beach. It wasn't really, you know, over the line.
Hampton Beach could be its own state, if I'm being honest. It's such a unique place. But hell yeah, that's awesome.
But we've done a little side stage in Guilford, you know, the Bank of New Hampshire Pavilion. We've done Laconia, like I was saying, and so New Hampshire's getting up there. Number 5 is probably Rhode Island. Actually, yeah, I would put Rhode Island 5. It's because I, you know, play here a lot, so I'm trying to get out of here.
Yeah.
You know, people are always
Rhode
like,
Island fever.
why don't you play here anymore? I'm like, well, you know, I've played here the last 8 years, so
Yeah, I've played everywhere here.
I put Vermont last just because I've only played there once.
Gotcha.
You know, nothing against them. I love Noah Khan. I got family in Vermont, so, you know, I love it, but I just haven't played that much. So
Fair enough. You said that you grew up competitive and, you know, big sports family. So why don't you give us a ranking for us New England sports?
All right. Number 5, Revolution. Just
Fair enough.
Not a soccer guy.
That's all right. They're on there. You remembered them. Not everyone remembers the Revs, so it's good that you remembered them.
Number 4, not a big basketball guy.
Oh,
I
okay.
go Celtics, but at the same time, the coach is from Hendricken.
Yeah.
You know?
Joey Mazzulla.
True.
You know, 2008 Celtics, I was all about it. You know, Paul Pierce, all those guys.
Yeah.
But I just don't follow basketball that much. Number 3, Bruins. This might get me kicked off. I actually follow the Predators, Nashville.
Wow.
My hockey team.
Wow.
Yeah.
What the hell? Where did that come from? Why?
I'm just being honest. You know.
Well, how did that even happen?
Yeah, what's your problem, dude?
Yeah, what the hell is your problem, pal?
Yeah.
It stems back to freshman year of college. I had some friends that were big hockey guys. They were following the playoffs. Bruins weren't in it that year, so I picked the Predators, and I've stuck with them. I still, you know, support them. I watch them. You know.
Yeah. But you could care less if they win or lose. Unbelievable. Someone's got to check this guy into the boards for that.
Number 2, Patriots.
I figured baseball guys.
Yeah.
You're going to put Sox 1.
Yeah. And we did what we needed to do this season, the Red Sox. You know, we made it to the playoffs.
We'll see. I'm optimistic for the future if they'll open up their wallet and spend some money, hopefully.
Yeah.
We'll see.
We could do a whole hour about that. I'm following so closely.
Are you a Section 10 podcast guy? You like Jared?
I haven't got into them. I follow them. I followed Jared on Twitter, X, forever. So, you know.
All the baseball, all the Sox
Yeah.
baseball stuff.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
he's great.
But I'll have to get into their stuff more.
Yeah, Jared's awesome. We had him on. He's a really good guy. Very
Nice.
likable, very knowledgeable. So I would definitely, you know, suggest anyone that wants to keep up with the Sox to tune into Section 10 podcast and Jared.
Nice.
He's awesome. Do you have a favorite New England season?
Fall
guy.
I mean,
You look like a fall guy. You got, you know,
the
nice little.
flannel.
You look like you just finished a couple apple-sided donuts before you got in here, pal. I love
Actually,
it. Not like that.
on Sunday, my girlfriend and I went to Clyde Cider Mill.
Love Clyde.
There you
Shout out
go.
to Clyde Cider
Shout out
Mill.
Clyde's.
The best. We love it.
Never been.
Except for Vin. He always gets the witch's brew, and then, you know, Christ's sakes, he turns into a Salem witch himself. Gotta keep that man away from that bottle.
More busy than you'd ever expect to sight a mill.
It's so wild how busy it gets there. And the damn bees. The bees drive me nuts.
Not the bees.
The bees are always there.
Don't start.
Oh, that's right. They are pretty brutal. Okay, if you could add a state to New England, or city, or country, island, whatever, what would it be?
I thought about this for a long time, and I thought about it initially in the sense of who fits in the best. But as my dad made a good point, my dad's a big fan of yours, by the way.
Oh,
Yeah.
what's your dad's name?
Paul Casey.
Paul, we appreciate the support. Thank you.
He
Thank you for having
always-
such a wonderful son with a great serenading voice.
He always shows me your social media videos.
I
He's
love
like,
it.
you gotta watch this.
I love it.
So-
He's got a deep voice like you too?
No, he has a loud voice for sure. He's a good guy. But he gave me the idea. He's like, well, what would make New England even better than it is? So, New England's great as it is, but I think we should add Vatican City and have the Pope in New England.
Wow.
Ooh.
Unbelievable. Vince actually, his father-in-law is the Pope of North Providence.
Oh,
Yeah.
Some
Self-ordained.
say.
Self-proclaimed.
Self-proclaimed. Wow, that's interesting. Okay.
That's a
I've never
great
heard that
take.
before. And,
Yeah.
Why would it be such a good fit? I would love to hear more about that.
well,
Or is it more like a personal thing? Is it like a religious
it's
thing? You'd
not-
like to have the Pope around?
It's that'd be fun. It's not really
I could tell you,
personal.
I would love a little bit of forgiveness for my sins. I wish the Pope could give me a little, amen.
But it's kind of like,
Couple Hail Marys.
Couple of Hail Marys. Whatever he's got to do to wash me of my sins. I'd love it.
it's just like New England's so awesome. And it's like, and now we have the Pope, like.
Could you imagine if New England got
That'd
the
be
Pope,
crazy.
though?
Yeah.
Like, we're already assholes, and we're already like,
Yeah.
we're the best freaking sports team around, and we got the Pope. What do you got? I mean,
Yeah.
we had God, Bill
Yeah.
Belichick. We
Yeah.
had the second coming, the Messiah, Tom Brady. The Pope, that
Yeah.
would be the trifecta.
That'd be crazy.
That might be the best answer I've ever heard.
That's a good
That's
one.
actually like such an elite
I
answer.
think the thought behind it too, and like the more you think about it, the more awesome and more it makes sense. You're
yeah,
like,
the cooler it sounds. Like,
Hell yeah.
just imagine you're sitting there, duck boat parade. There goes Kraft and Belichick, although they would never be on the same boat. Then there goes Tom Brady and Gronk and Jules and Dola and Hogan and all these greats. And you're like, yeah. And then right behind him, the friggin' Pope blessing everybody. He's just got Sam Adams. He's like, and he's just blessing everyone, just sprinkling Sam Adams on everybody. That would be
It's
friggin'
gotta be.
awesome.
It'd
This
be
is that reaction could have been any better than I hoped in my head for the past month.
I'm all in on this.
great. That's great.
Pope, if you're listening,
Come
what do
on
I gotta do?
now.
I gotta say Hail Mary to get him over here?
Something. We need him.
That would be friggin' epic.
That's awesome.
All right. Tell me something that's overrated about New England.
This is another good one I felt I had. My girlfriend's from Pennsylvania, so we went to the Cliff Walk. She'd never been. And
Oh, say it. I think. Okay, sorry. Go ahead. Say what I think you're going to say. Hope. Go for it.
the smell of the ocean.
Oh, wow. That's not what I thought you were going to say.
So
We have, especially low tide.
I will say, like,
You nasty.
some days, it's nice. You go on Block Island or you go on the beach in the morning. It smells great. Some days we lie to ourselves. Some days it smells terrible.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we're just too proud to admit it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Like that seaweed was getting cooked by the sun. I was like, this is awful.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. Another hot take. This is,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
really thought about these answers. I absolutely love this.
Oh yeah.
Overrated about New England, the smell of the ocean on the coastline.
Oh,
Smells
yeah.
like your mother. All right. We got to cut that out. Can we keep that in? I don't know. We'll keep it in. We'll see. I'll get a couple DMs, I'm sure. Yeah. We'll get a couple DMs.
Yeah.
Okay. What is the most underrated thing about New England to you?
Underrated. How much nature there is in a small radius.
Ooh, good. That's a good one. I like
Yeah.
that.
You got the great beach towns, you got the beaches, but you drive an hour, 2 hours, you get the mountains, forests, farms,
Mm. That's a
all that
good
good
point
stuff.
too. Because if you think about it, for people who don't know, anything west of Coventry is just a big forest.
Mm-hmm.
Green, I don't know. Summit,
I mean, we
no
had
one's ever heard of there.
Finding Bigfoot
Yeah.
came out for episode 1 year.
Yeah.
Bigfoot in New
Think
England?
about it.
They said he was an Exeter.
Anything to the
don't
left
know.
of 95 is like,
Scary.
does it
That was just
exist?
RJ running through the woods. he lost in fantasy football. We made him get naked and run through the woods. And everyone thought it was Bigfoot.
You better cut that.
That was supposed
Vin's
to
gonna
be
put together some really sick AI thing that pops up, and it's gonna look like you as Bigfoot. I can't wait.
Oh no!
Sorry about that.
Please just make sure I have hair in this one. Not all over my body too. On the top of my damn head.
Imagine if it's just bald.
If you put a bald Bigfoot up there, I swear to God, this is fucked up.
All right, so we haven't really dove into anything that's like food related. So I'm gonna double up on this question because I'm sure you're prepared for one. I don't want to overdo it.
All right.
But what is one food that you think best represents New England?
Mm-hmm.
But second, what is one song that you think would be best to represent New England?
All right.
So I'll put you on the spot with that second one and take your time.
All right. I know we're not live, so
Yeah, you're good. Think about it.
food. Well, I put down chowder. You know, I was really trying. I did my research and I was like, oh, you know, watching episodes, like, what do people say? You know, I was trying to think of something off the beaten path, but chowder.
Chowder, that's a great
all
fit.
that. Yeah.
That's who we are.
Mm.
It's smelly.
If it ain't broke,
That's
don't
true.
fix
It's
it.
smelly, but we
But
like
you're-
it.
But you're hungry, you know, at that time. Song. I mean, you got Noah Khan. I mean, he's like the king. He's our
Yeah.
soundtrack right now. You
I
know?
feel
much.
like he's just. I don't even know how to explain it. Just like if an angel was sitting on a bed of flowers, speaking directly to me, direct eye contact. Every time I listen to one of his songs, it's directed at me.
And it's not.
This is the first time I'm finding out that he's ever listened to Noah Khan. This is wonderful.
I told you I am very
You're diving into it. I'm proud of you.
good with the music,
Expanding your palette here with
especially when
music.
I can feel it. I just can't remember for the life of me who writes what. But Noah Khan, when I hear something, I'm like, oh, who? This is making me feel good. Let me see, and it's usually Noah Khan.
What if we? So anything Noah Khan?
Yeah, I don't feel like it has to be stick season, you
Yeah.
know, but I feel like
Oh, so good.
it is so
There is
good.
New England
It is.
energy about his music.
Yeah.
Especially in that album,
Right.
you know, like I can listen to, I guess, like the song Homesick. I hear
Right.
that and he talks about like, yeah, I forget the specific lyric, but he's talking about, you know, how people are like so stubborn and don't know what's going on in the rest of the world, or like, you know, people that have just never gotten out of here. And it's like, God, those lyrics are so relatable
Right.
to everyone. You know, I just feel like you listen to any one of those songs, you just feel like you're, you know, it's about us, you know.
That's facts. Do you think you could maybe assign like a song to each state in New England? Is that too much?
No, I could try.
All right,
I
let's
could
do
try.
it. So Vermont will go Homesick.
Yeah, Homesick.
That's fair.
We're gonna go. This is I don't know if you know this guy, old country guy from Maine. His name's Dick Curlis.
Never heard of
He's
him.
got an eye patch.
Oh hell yeah,
Gangster.
Dick Curlis with an eye patch.
He's got a
Straight gangster.
song called Tombstone Every Mile, which is about truck drivers driving through Maine in the winter conditions, and it's just so cool.
That's awesome.
So,
I think. Wait, Bruce Springsteen, Born in the USA.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a New Hampshire song or what?
Live Free or Die kind of
I
vibe.
was like-
yeah.
I was just.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to fill that in for you, but I was like, I'm gonna guess that you're gonna go Bruce Springsteen,
Oh.
Born in the USA for New Hampshire.
Go ahead, keep going. I'm gonna interject in a minute, but go ahead.
Honestly, I couldn't think of New Hampshire. I'm gonna steal that from you.
All right, let's do it.
Born in the USA.
We love a little live free or die, don't we, Vin?
What do you got?
I was gonna say Rhode Island's Glory Days.
Okay.
That song always
Glory days.
because you
Right.
know, anytime you talk to someone in Rhode Island, they're at the Dunkin', belly over the pants,
Talking about the glory days.
talking about the Glory Days. I used to throw 97 in high school. Don't
It's
at
literally me
That was
right
you
now.
this morning.
Belly over the pants with a Dunkin' talking about my glory days.
What?
Damn it.
Yeah. And for Connecticut,
Cool. No, it's okay. You know what? Go
No,
ahead.
no.
No, just
He's got 'em
answer
all.
the-
no.
answer the question for him.
This
That's fine.
one's
Go
a
ahead.
total joke. The first one I wanted to help a little bit, but this one, "Hey Driver" by Zach Bryan. And the song
Oh.
goes, "Hey Driver, get the fuck out of the way!" Always in the damn way. All right, sorry. Continue. Cut
Cut
that.
that
I
out.
just needed to get it.
Yeah, clip that one, please.
So,
All right, so Massachusetts.
Dirty water. I mean,
Can't beat it. Can't beat it. How about let's go Connecticut then Rhode Island.
Connecticut. All right. I gotta go with a local friend, Nick Bossy.
Oh, okay.
He's from North Stonington. Really good. I gotta think of one of his songs. I guess he's got a song called "Swamp Yankee Life."
Swamp Yankee Life.
Ooh.
Yeah.
In North Stonington.
Yeah.
Look at him go.
Yeah.
fits.
Yeah, check that out.
Check it out.
And how about Little Roadie?
Little Roadie. I mean, I feel like Jimmy Buffett.
Ooh.
You know, last performance was in Rhode Island. You know, I was listening to him today, you know, thinking of the beach, I guess.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go with
Jamestown guy.
Yeah. I think because I was listening to this morning, Finn's Jimmy Buffett.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
I took my mom to see him over at Amica.
Nice.
So that's the only reason why I know that. I'll do you one better. How about Nick Casey for Rhode
Yeah.
Island?
We can do
That's
that.
my vote.
That's your vote.
That's my vote. Awesome. I feel like there's what if there was a way to describe New England and like
Oh yeah.
one sentence, one thought, like what would it be? How would you describe it to someone who's never been before?
I would say it's a bunch of angry people who love iced coffee, sports, and a good nor'easter. We're obsessed with extreme weather situations. We're not scared of them. We love it.
It's because we want to brag about them to
And
tell
I'll
people
say-
we live through it.
Yeah. And I'll say, but secretly, we all have each other's backs.
That's right.
Hell yeah.
What's your favorite thing about New England?
It's probably just how rude we can be to each other and not really, you know,
Mean
take
it.
it to heart.
Yeah.
You know, I was like, I don't care. You know, like this was a few weeks ago. I was driving to work. It was early, and some guy cut me off. I got so mad, and he flipped me off. And I was like, you know what? I'd probably deserve that. I was probably going crazy in your rearview mirror.
All right, one last question that I've been springing on people. I don't know if this one was sent out, but what would be a nostalgic day for you in New England?
Ooh,
What gives you that nostalgia about our region? Are you like walking in the woods somewhere in West Greenwich, or are you like a take me up to Santa's Village and Clark's Trading Post, New
oof.
Hampshire type? A little Canopy Lake Park, maybe
Yeah.
a little Bangor, a little Portland, Maine, something like that.
is it all good? I feel like just like the best day I can think of in like hanging around New England is just like going down to the beach towns. You know, doesn't necessarily have to be sitting on the beach, but just like going down to Narragansett or, you know, even down in Westerly and just, you know, going to a good coffee shop in the morning or going to one of those seafood places for lunch or dinner and just, you know, going to like Nana's ice cream.
Hell
You
yeah.
know, Inside Scoop, shout out to them because I just stocked up on the winter, you know, supply. They close for the season tomorrow. So,
Do they? Oh my God. I only went there once and I got the ice cream sandwich that they make.
oh, yeah.
The taco, it was
Yeah.
unreal. And I went back another night and they're like, oh, we're sold out. I was like, I didn't know that could be a thing. Don't sell out. I want to come back. The ice cream was really good there.
Yeah.
I go to Clementine's, which has now been,
Yeah.
they just changed their name to Clemmy's, which is named
Wow.
after their dog. So shout out
Mhm.
Clementine's. They make such good homemade ice cream. But I go to Clementine's and now Inside Scoop. Those are my two.
I'm gonna go to Clementine's tomorrow if you want to come. Last time of the season. So
Are we becoming best friends right now?
trying.
Like, this is crazy.
Trying.
Don't look at me like that. Don't be upset.
But yeah, that's just a solid day, I think, in New England right there.
Hell yeah. Love it. Nick, where can everybody find you? Where can they listen to your albums? And when is your next show that people can come and support?
So we have you can find me on all social medias, basically at Nick Casey, you know, Facebook. As I say at my shows, you can find us on all social medias at Nick Casey on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. But yeah, Nick Casey with a variation, Nick Casey music or whatever, you know, hopefully will pop up. And we have 3 albums out on streaming services, just under my name, Nick Casey. Our latest album came out in May. It's called All Over the American Land. NickCasey.net for shows and merch. I messed up. I meant to text you and ask if you guys wanted any merch, and I should have brought it in. I apologize.
It's all right. I'll give you my address after this.
All right.
I'll let it slide this time.
I was
but
going to say,
get
you got my number now.
I
Well,
gotta get
got-
you one. A Life's Better in New England one too, so you
All
can
right.
wear it at the shows.
Perfect.
And then I'll show up like a groupie in the crowd wearing yours. Simple trade-off.
And next show, let me think. So when do these come out?
This one might be the first
Sorry,
week of
our audio guy
November.
forgot to turn on his mic.
Well, it's all right.
I think it's the first week of November, right?
First week in November.
First week of
Yeah, you
November.
got like 2-3
All right.
weeks.
So, excuse me. I will say our last band show for the year is November 28th at Moonshine Alley. Black Friday, day after Thanksgiving. So come, you know, get your shopping on and come see us. Come see the band. Those are my favorite shows.
Make sure you ask him to cover chicken fry.
We'll do chicken fry.
And Morgan Wallen.
We'll do, if you listen to this episode, you get to the end, we'll do a whole Morgan Wallen tribute.
Just for you, but
Probably
you have to
not.
ask for it. You have to say that you
What's
listen
the
to
code
the Soda
word?
Pod.
What is the...
Yeah, what's the code word?
What is the code word? I don't know.
Screaming from the crowd.
Chair. Chair. The
Chair.
code word is chair. Just come up and say chair.
Chair!
Nick's going to totally forget. Like, why is this lady screaming
Who the
chair
hell
at
is
me?
that?
That's about right. Where else are we in November? We'll be at Wood River Bar and Grill in Richmond, Woods Tavern. New spot, Newport Playhouse. They're starting to do some music. And Tamarack Lodge, excuse me. Tamarack Lodge in Connecticut. That's a good spot. But go to nickcasey.net. I post all my shows on there. So
Awesome. Nick, thank you so much for taking the time to come on and
Hell yeah.
Thank you for
serenade
having
us
me.
with your voice and telling us all of your incredible stories of stardom and where you're at now. And we can't wait to see you at Red Rock one day, my friend.
I appreciate it. I was really, when you guys emailed me back in May, I was really excited to come on here and talk to you. So thank you for having me.
I love that. This has been great.
Yeah, man.
All right, folks, that is going to conclude episode 63 of the So New England podcast. Please remember, folks, life's better in New England.
Red Sox